The man-made caves of Elephanta Island in Mumbai harbor attract hundreds of visitors each day. The Elephanta Caves form a collection of cave temples predominantly dedicated to the Hindu god Shiva, and UNESCO has designated them as a World Heritage Site. The Elephanta Caves contain rock-cut stone sculptures, mostly in high relief, that show a syncretism of Hindu, Buddhist ideas and iconography. These date to between the 5th and 9th centuries of the Common Era, and scholars attribute them to various Hindu dynasties. They are most commonly placed between the 5th and 7th centuries. The Trimurti is considered a masterpiece and the most important sculpture in the caves. It is carved in relief on the south wall of the cave facing the north entrance. The image, 7 meters in height, depicts a three-headed Shiva representing Panchamukha Shiva. The three heads represent three essential aspects of Shiva: creation, protection, and destruction. The right half face shows him holding a lotus bud depicting the promise of life and creativity. This face is a symbol for Brahma, the creator, or Uma, or Varnadeva, the feminine side of Shiva and creator. The left half face is that of a mustached young man. This is Shiva as the terrifying Agora, or Bhairava, the chaos creator and destroyer. The central face, benign and meditative, Tat Purusha, resembles the preserver, Vishnu. This is the Shiva form as the master of positive and negative principles of existence and preserver of their harmony. The three-headed Shiva are his creator, preserver, and destroyer aspects in Shaivism. The Gangadhara image to the right of the Trimurti shows Shiva and Parvati standing. Shiva brings the Ganges river down from the heavens, and her immense power is contained effortlessly in Shiva's hair as she descends from heaven. The artists carved a small three-bodied goddess up high, a symbolism for Ganges, Yamuna, and Sarasvati. The mother goddess Parvati stands tall next to Shiva, smiling. This carving is 4 meters tall. The Gangadhara image is highly damaged. In this grotto scene, Shiva is sculpted and bedecked with ornaments, while gods gather to watch the cosmic source of earthly abundance. The gods and goddesses shown are identifiable from the Vahana, or vehicle, and their icons, and they include Brahma, Indra, Vishnu, Sarasvati, Indrani, Lakshmi, and others. A further panel shows Shiva as Lord of Yogis, or Yogishvara, enthroned on the cosmic lotus of creation above the world pillar. Though badly damaged, it remains an impressive panel. From his earliest appearance in Hindu religious literature, Shiva is associated with those who follow meditative, esoteric practices, withdrawing in isolation to rocky caves, as is suggested in this particular panel. As Yogeshvara, he is the supreme master of all yogic disciplines, as well as the teacher of all the arts that give expression to an understanding and realization of ultimate reality. He is seated in Padmasana, lost in his meditation. He sits on a lotus with a stalk shown as if coming out of the earth. His legs are crossed symmetrically. 2 Nagas flank the lotus and express the reverence with a Namaste posture. The upper corners of the panel are occupied by the gods Brahma and Indra, who are seated on their vehicles, the goose and the elephant, respectively. Vishnu, who is riding on the eagle Garuda, can be discerned to the right of Shiva's chest. The panel of Shiva dancing opposite Yogeshvara on the right side of the bay inside the north entrance of the main cave is better preserved, especially in its upper portions. Even so, parts of the limbs of the central figure as well as the attendants at the bottom are lost. This is an 8-armed depiction of Nataraja. The parts of the panel that have survived suggest that he is holding an axe. A coiled serpent is wrapped around its top. In another, he holds a folded cloth, possibly symbolic veil of Maya. Nataraja actually refers to a particular dance form of Shiva, in which one leg of the god is raised high off the ground, the other being planted firmly on the head of a squirming dwarf. Once again, Shiva is not alone. The deep recess of the panel is filled with figures, a few of which are undamaged. In the top left corner, Brahma can be seen with 3 of his crowned heads visible, not on a flying goose, as is usual, but on a seat carried through the air by a row of diminutive birds. To the rear of the god are 2 scantily dressed ascetics, while below is the elephant-headed Ganesha with large flapping ears. As we move through the Elephanta Caves, Shiva emerges not as a single fixed figure, but as a vast and multifaceted cosmic presence. In the monumental Trimurti, he is creator, preserver, and destroyer, the forces that bring the universe into being, sustain it, and ultimately transform it. In Gangadhara, he channels the heavenly Ganges to nourish the world. As Yogishvara, he becomes the supreme yogi, embodying meditation, knowledge, and inner realization. And as Nataraja, he dances the rhythm of creation and dissolution itself. These sculptures are more than religious images. They are visual philosophies carved into stone. They express a world in which opposites, creation and destruction, stillness and movement, human and divine, are not separate but part of a greater cosmic unity.